What is up, guys? You got Not the Worst here, bringing you another Black Desert Online news update, and today we're going to be talking about the new update, Star's End, or more importantly, or more specifically, I should say, we're going to be talking a bit about the new Black Star weapon. We did talk about it when it was first talked about some months ago in March, I believe, when it was announced, and we were seeing things from Korea and how that impacted it. But we actually got an announcement date. So if you were looking for the announcement date for Star's End and the Black Star weapon release, of course, you won't get it on the Black Desert Online website because for some reason we make sure not to update things on the main website until the day before it releases in usual BDO fashion. Where can you find it? On their Twitter page as normal. So here we've got a little cinematic we'll play out here of, I guess, what it kind of looks like. Oh, we're getting it in potato quality too. Nice. Perfect Twitter video. There we go. So we got some sparkly stuff happening, and it's turning red, and it's black, and Black Star is probably where we're getting that from, and it morphed into a weapon, and whatever, or a dragon head or something. Okay, it's a sword with spiky things. So there's a Black Star weapon. Great. And it's coming in the Star's End update because they said so. Not on the main page, just on their Twitter page and on the forums and stuff. So there's that. It's a little teaser we got, and it says forge the ultimate Black Desert weapon in the Star's End update, coming to Black Desert Online on June 5th, introducing the Black Star weapon. So June 5th is our release date. Data recorded this 24th, so we've got a week and a half until that release comes up, which is pretty cool considering we haven't quite gotten finished with the hype of the underwater ruins. People are still checking that out and tweaking that a bit, so getting some new actual content update other than just grind zones is going to be a pretty cool thing, and I'm pretty happy with the pace that things are getting released currently, and I hope that it stays that way. I do hope they stop just announcing things on the Twitter page only and maybe push things out other ways. Also, since we're here, be sure to follow me on Twitter at, it's not the worst, but it's the NOTHEWORST, so only one T in the actual at. So shameless plug, be sure to follow me there while we're on that. Okay, so let us take a look at some, that's useless, some stats here. So here we've got side-by-side comparisons. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this before, but if not, here you go. This is what to expect from the Black Star weapon. Side-by-side comparisons of final stats, and we're talking at pen. You cannot calf risk the Black Star weapon at all, so the stats at pen versus Zarka, and often as well fully calf risked, just to kind of get a full end game idea of these items. So you can see Black Star effectively has one sheet AP more than Zarka, although it's interesting to note the range is 131 to 137 versus 132 to 136, and then often at level 20, 136 to 138. I'd be really curious to see how the sheet AP actually is affected with that, because the range has one dip lower than Zarka, and I'm not exactly sure how that factors. Accuracy is identical to Zarka, and then we can see the extra damage to all species being 20 on both Often and Zarka, and 18 on this one, and then we have this monstrous stat here, aside from just having massive AP to start with, but we have this monstrous stat here, 48 additional AP against monsters versus 15 and 15 on the other two, which is pretty incredible. It does have attack casting speed just like Zarka does, and not the setup of the 2 with 2 critical hit like Often. So yeah, it's a pretty powerful weapon. That being said, this thing is supposed to be incredibly hard to enchant. I didn't have completely defined numbers for this or a chart to pull up, but it does indeed take concentrated stones just to get it from 1 to 15. And then as I believe past that, you actually have to do some sort of quest to get items. You can see here where it says undefined in the enhancement item, you've got concentrated. This thing takes concentrated 1 through 15, and then there's some sort of questing type item you have to do or grinding type item to get in order to push it past that, and the percentages are nothing like any other weapon since it's considered a higher grade, this orange grade rather than, I don't know, we'll call that yellow, orange grade weapon over a yellow, so it's much more difficult. The percentages that I have seen is Tet on a 100 stack is a 5% chance, so super incredibly hard to enchant weapon. And in general, I mean, I'll work on it for the stream and that sort of thing, but I mean, we're talking, getting Tet is like a pen attempt, and from what I understand, getting just the items for the attempt is pretty time consuming and not super easy to have done. Yeah, so that being said, it obviously a Pen Zarker or Pen Offen is still definitely a weapon to have, since these stats are somewhat comparable, although that monster AP is absolutely ridiculous. From there, I can imagine the Tet stats to what a reasonable pen is, a baseline pen is probably pretty close. A Tet Black Star to a pen, one of these without Caphras is probably pretty comparable, so that's also something to think about there. So that's it for this video as far as covering that stuff. Something else I did want to talk about to mention, my guild that I've been in for 5-ever, that's a little bit longer than 4-ever, we have switched over leadership. Our GM actually has just been tied up with work and stuff like that, so he's been super busy, and I ended up taking over leadership of our guild. And then I talked to the officers and stuff about maybe just opening up to YouTube subscribers and Twitch followers, and everybody agreed that was cool. We do need to do some recruitment, so anybody on NA, if you want to jump into my guild, just jump into the Discord or hit me up on Twitter or something like that, and let me know if you want to get in. We're looking for around 450-ish gear score, and again, it's NA server only. 450-ish gear score preferably, but it's not, I mean, I'm not going to be super picky if you come in at 440 or something, you know, it's whatever. We need some people anyhow. We just dipped below being considered large, so we lost the large guild quests, which I do a lot of during the week when I'm grinding, so I'd like to get those back. And in general, we don't node war like at all. We do Vel every single week. There's a few handful of guys that do sea monster hunting each week as well. So yeah, just a pretty close-knit group of dudes that I've chilled with. A lot of them are stream followers already. So if you guys want to jump in and join awesome guild with some chill bros, then let me know, and you're more than welcome to come on in. So yeah, there's that. That is going to be it for this video. Be sure to like it if you did enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe if you are new here, so you get updates when we upload new videos, which is quite often. Not to say often, but anyways, yeah, and that is it for this video. That was the lamest joke ever, but you know, I try, guys. I try. I will see you next time.